Hi, everybody. My name is Rafa Lombardino, and this is Translation Confessional. Keeping your sanity. As translators, most of the work we do can be mentally taxing. I'm not an interpreter at all, but I can imagine how much harder it can be for an interpreter's mind after working all day at one or several assignments. Actually, the other day a Brazilian interpreter was asking for help online because she had been interpreting at an event and was having a hard time switching off her brain. She said she was stuck on interpreting mode, still interpreting in her head what she heard in Portuguese after she left the event, and even talking to her son in English when she got home. Peers were sharing some tips to try to help her leave English aside and finally enjoy the weekend. Listen to Brazilian music and sing along. Meditate. Do some sort of physical activity. Watch a soap opera on TV. Try a foreign movie or series in a language you do not speak. Play with your kid or your pet. Take a nice warm shower. Drink some wine. As translators and interpreters, it often feels like we're living in two different worlds, or perhaps more worlds if we work with more than two languages. And even if we're working on something pleasant that allows us to keep a smile on our face, odds are we will end up feeling mentally drained after working long hours in front of the computer or inside a booth. If our current project or assignment isn't that pleasant, not because we dislike the subject, but because it deals with something heavy, we can get emotionally drained as well. All that got me thinking, what should we do to unwind and keep our sanity? I'd love to hear from you, so this isn't a unilateral conversation and it doesn't feel like I'm talking into the void, but here's what I usually do. I go to the gym early in the morning to get my workout out of the way so I can sit at my computer by 8 a.m. and get to work. If my schedule permits, I get some other kind of physical activity squeezed into the afternoon or evening, even if it's a 20-minute leisure walk around the neighborhood while I play my favorite game on my phone. I listen to a lot of music. As I already mentioned in episode 5, The Sound of Silence, I have music in the background even when I'm translating. That helps me keep a better mood overall. When doing administrative work or formatting pages after a poor PDF to doc conversion, I usually have a movie or a TV show going on my tablet. Watching something in one of my languages keeps that other part of my brain busy because I can always learn a new slang or expression. And when the movie or series isn't in one of my languages, I turn the Portuguese dubbing option on and try to identify lines that sound a little translated and most likely used English as a bridge language. I also listen to podcasts while I'm at the gym or going out for a run. That's a great way to stay informed and learn something new while working out. Sometimes I even get into an audiobook because, unfortunately, it's getting harder and harder for me to read a book if I'm not translating it, so it's easier to listen to them instead. Lately, I've also been working on Duolingo with my kids because they're old enough now to get a better, more structured grasp of Portuguese besides only listening to me talking to them. Lastly, I also have friends over on the weekend to cook dinner, have some wine, and talk about how the week went. My non-translation friends definitely help me unwind after a busy week translating, so I can take my head off all the projects I have completed or I'm still working on for a few more days. So, any other ideas I haven't covered in this episode? What do you do to unwind after long hours of work? Share your secrets so we can try your recipe to keep our sanity too. Send me an email at rlombardino@wordawareness.com or leave a voice message on my Anchor page. If I get enough feedback and voice messages, I can go back to the subject and post a special podcast episode with everyone's opinion on this very same theme. By the way, my Anchor page is anchor.fm/translation-confessional. I look forward to hearing from you. Stay tuned for weekly episodes and subscribe to Translation Confessional through your favorite podcast app.